next section, we're going to have Roman come back and chat with Andre from NTT Data.
Last year?
Yeah.
Last year. So when you were here, you were under a different umbrella, Dimension Data. Now you are part of NTT Data. And for me personally, it's yet another very interesting case because, well, I've been in this business long enough to see companies being born and die and purchase another company and being acquired, and it's a absolutely normal way of doing business and life. Many of our bigger names, which is in our customer portfolio, got there through exactly the same process. Like we had a small cloud PBX provider in Netherlands who was bought by Vodafone. We had a small provider in Poland who was bought by T-Mobile Poland. Small provider in Malaysia who was bought by Telecom Malaysia. Not so small Dimension Data, bought by Japanese giant NTT Data. So, can you tell like what you do right now, and is it anything different from what you did last year?
Yeah, thanks Roman for the opportunity to introduce you to NTT Data and the guys around the floor here. Preparing for this, I thought remembering when I started with PortaOne, working with PortaOne, just as an intro, my son was 2 months old. He's going to grade 12 next year. So it's been for me personally, it's been a journey with PortaOne itself. And you're rightly, just a bit of history for the guys that don't know. We started off as MWEB, which is still around these days. Then in 2015, we got acquired by Internet Solutions. And then the Internet Solutions brand was retired in around 2022, and we became Dimension Data. And then April of this year, 2024, the Dimension Data brand got retired, and we became NTT. So it's not a company that's been acquired. It is just purely a name change. So bit of history of Japanese telecoms. Japanese telecom started in 1870, where there was the first telegraph service was started in 1870. 1890, the first telephone service was started in Japan, and NTT was created as a public company in 1967. So NTT is Nippon Telephone and Telegraph, and just to give you an idea of the scale of this business, it's a $100 billion business.
$100 billion
annual revenue. NTT they spend $3.5 billion annually on R&D. They've been in business for 55 years. They employ 330,000 employees. 75% of their client base is Fortune 100 companies. So the scale of the NTT organization itself that's the NTT Group. So NTT Group consists of NTT Tacoma, NTT West, NTT East, NTT R&D, and then NTT Data, where we fit in. Okay. So NTT Data, sorry, I'm referring to my notes here because the numbers are a little bit staggering. I don't want to get it wrong. So NTT Data is set up by Abhijit. He's based in the UK. So NTT Data is the 5th largest IT services company worldwide. It's the 6th most valuable IT brand in the world globally. NTT Data's revenue is $30 billion on its own. 190,000 employees under the NTT Data brand. The 3rd largest data center company in the world. We voted top employer in 29 countries. 4th largest IT backbone in the world. And operate in 50 countries. So it's massive. The company, the scale of the company is just huge. Service that the company offers are a wide range of services in terms of telecommunications, data intelligence, artificial intelligence, consulting, IT solutions. There's an enormous range of services that NTT Data offers. They also do, or there's a big drive around sustainability in terms of getting clients sustainable. The goal is to have all clients be self-sufficient, sustainable. 100% of our clients, 2030. From a net zero emission, because we're a data center company that creates data centers, there's a net zero carbon emissions goal for 2035. And then also sustainability in terms of the people that works for NTT, in terms of diversity, inclusion. And the markets that the company operates in is anything basically that you can think of: healthcare, transport, retail, banking, insurance. So that's NTT, and it's actually a privilege to present them.
Wow, that's really impressive. On a technological level, has anything changed over the past year since the name changed?
No. NTT Global does not dictate what we have to use as technologies. The ownership still sits in South Africa. And it's our product. It's built for local markets. We got to focus on our local markets, especially on the NTT MIA brand. So NTT is, or Data has got America's, Asia's. We fall under the MIA brand. Very focused on South Africa as well. So the technologies that we do is still what Dimension Data has done before. So no, it's for us, it's business as usual.
Has there been any impact from the kind of such a huge international corporation on the way that you approach your customer relationship, or it's the same South African level as always?
So for us, our customers has always been key. We still have the account managers, the service managers in place. Those things hasn't changed. Where there's a requirement where our engineering teams needs to get involved, they will also get involved from joining a customer meeting. So from that point of view, customer service, we remain customers as our biggest asset, and nothing has changed in our local market.
Yeah. So you run pretty complex infrastructure, powerful network, lots of different services. How does PortaSwitch kind of fits into all of your complexity of the infrastructure? So
currently, PortaOne is still a main focus of our voice business. There hasn't been changes around the voice business. We've seen some nice growth in the voice business.
Even then, everybody says that.
Yeah, strangely enough, we've seen our latest results, and we've seen some steady growth. I'm not sure what the other guys are doing, but it seems like,
Kudos to you.
seems like what we're doing it right. So yeah, there's some opportunities for us where we can. Well, what we've identified is where we've got internal systems locally, which there was in-house built systems written for billing purposes, and those systems we engaging those teams to take over or to assist them with those billing systems. But yeah, that's at the moment PortaOne is going to stay in our network. PortaOne is going to still do what it's doing, and there's no plans on removing the PortaOne out of the network.
Great. Thanks for that. So I'm actually surprised by what you say about your results in the voice, because literally everybody but you says quite the opposite. So where do you believe that the direction of the market is going in the coming years?
Voice specifically?
Voice or any other services?
Yeah, so I'm gonna park the voice for now, but in our world, I think in terms of machine learning, artificial intelligence, there's about 80% of businesses will implement artificial intelligence solutions by 2030. That's just going to be a fact. Expansion of 5G IoT services, bringing the networks or internet closer to especially rural networks or rural areas in our country, because I think that's a challenge in our country. Cybersecurity, still going to be top priority. And then cloud computing. Cloud computing is, I think most people or most companies is going to transition to cloud computing, where they will take their entire IT infrastructure and transition that into cloud. So yeah.
Yeah, cloud is a big topic.
Yeah,
here.
Cloud is a range of things.
Right. So is that kind of the ultimate goal of NTT to move everything to the cloud? Or how do you see that?
No, there's hybrid networks that NTT offer. There's no push from NTT side for everybody to go into cloud, though cloud is a buzzword. I think there's a lot being said around the cloud environment, where so I think cloud is big. Cloud is big. I don't think there's a real answer to where the real push is going to be. But from service point of view, what NTT offers, we offer basically everything.
Do you believe that migration to the cloud, like whatever gradual it can be, would affect the availability of different integrations and complexity of those integrations that you run?
No, so we rely a lot on the global products that NTT offers. I think complexity. There's a lot of. I think it's on a case-by-case basis. There's no one solution for a specific migration policy which clients need. So I think it's a very difficult question.
I know. I wasn't trying to be easy here. Yeah. Thank you, Andre. Thank you very much. That was very insightful,
Okay.
and I'm looking forward to continue for at least another 10 years.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.